or swinging the door open to enter my room. Mild breeze wafts through the window, rustling on the loose papers strewn across my desk. Without a care, I sling my bat onto the desk, opting to take a seat at my desk once again. After quite an uneventful day, it's safe to say that a rest like this is well deserved, but it's not as if I don't have any work to do. What with Naomi's demands and Kiyoko's, well, that. Alright, we're just replaying the scene, that's it, alright. From the outside, Kiyoko didn't seem like she had much shape to her. But after seeing that, besides that, the side's clothes was rather enjoyable. Alright, it was certainly a change from what I was used to. Finding something to take interest in has distracted me from my own uncertainties. Still, with Naomi on my case, maybe there's a lot more to being involved with Kiyoko than I thought. I did decide to go with her, but it's a shame that in order to quell my desire to find out what's going on between them, I have to leave Kiyoko behind on her own. The decision itself still sits uneasy in my mind. I still can't decide if it was the right thing to do. Even if it's as simple as excusing myself for the day. The feeling of leaving to go with Naomi leaves an odd feeling in my gut. I choose to go with someone she doesn't want me to know about. Maybe it's not too late to change my mind. Gathering the scattered papers from around my desk, I feel that the time has come to, do work. Even if I don't like it. Besides the daily life outside acting as a melodic backdrop. Alright, okay, so we got a message. So I'm just skimming through, it's a little long here. Because like I said, in this part, I wanted to find out what's going on. So bringing the phone closer, it's apparently Kiyoko. It was easy to see. Alright, yeah, my work needs to be done. I don't want to speak here, but I don't know. I'm just skimming through. Oh, click on the phone. Yeah, sure. Hey, Kiyoko. Pick up, bitch. I'm just kidding. Hey. My response, rather apathetic, contrasts to her own usual bright attitude. I wonder what she wants.
Did you enjoy the club today?
Kyoko's question, a rather simple one to answer normally, feels a bit wrong to answer today. Given the situation she'd found herself in earlier, being overly enthusiastic about it might give her the wrong idea. On the other hand, saying I didn't enjoy it would both upset her and be a lie too. I don't know how to answer.
It was good, right?
Hey, it was fun. Yeah! Following your promise, on the other hand, surely won't get me into trouble.
You're a pervert.
Just straight up. That's the first thing she says. She's not wrong though. Jeongin did peek in there and, well, stared. Alright. I wasn't talking about that.
It's a joke.
It's rather odd that she's not finding humor out of the situation. Alright, whatever.
Not really. You're not a pervert, are you?
Well, no. No, I'm not.
Good. I'm
see.
glad you're enjoying the club.
Sorry guys,
I'm enjoying it too.
I'm like kind of skimming through a little bit of the dialogue, except for the voices, I guess. Yeah, she's happy, but a little embarrassed. It's great that she feels this way. Okay. Choosing Naomi over her wasn't an easy choice, but I just want to find the truth. Not knowing Naomi's side would just leave me questioning it all. She did say, it wasn't what I thought. If there's something greater behind it, it would be better to address it.
Having another member, it's nice. Even if you're not interested in science. So, thank you.
Graciously thanking me, so she has a brief moment to reflect on her words. I think it was nice too. I wouldn't be doubting my choices if I didn't. It's not as if I'm interested, I'm just not that clever, bruh.
Neither am I. But science is everything to me.
I don't think I can come up with a bigger understatement. Still, I'm pretty interested.
What's the atomic mass of palladium then?
69. I don't know. Kiyoko had forgot I just told her I'm all not. I don't know. I don't know why quizzing me would prove that. I don't know, 40?
You had 2 digits right. But I'll forgive you this time.
What was it then?
106.4.
Oh, 106.4. Damn. I wouldn't call that getting it right, but sure.
It's okay
Oh, whoops. Okay. Can I scroll up
though.
again?
It's okay though. I'll just have to make you like science.
Pretend I did not skip that dialogue. Alright, anyway. Cheerfully end her sentence with a laugh. I can't help but be a bit fearful at that. I just want to be good friends. But science. For her to say it though, or claim happiness from having a fellow member certainly sounds true. This is something we can both share. Having something to do after school and being able to just go to the club, it's nice. Maybe I can share her ambition.
Anyway, I have to go. Dinner's ready.
I was in the middle of doing work anyway, so it's alright. But seriously, you're still not gonna tell her? I'm not sure whether that sounded rude or not, but it is the truth. Blah blah
I'm
blah.
not doing work, but this is important.
The only reason I'm not doing it is because you called me. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know where I could hold true to those words. Yeah.
Goodbye.
I guess he's never telling her. Alright, yeah, so... Okay. Yeah, Naomi, like, going with her, it does make me feel bad. But I have to. According to this guy, basically, TLDR. Alright. Let's do this. I'm completing so many arcs here, it seems. But yeah, in actuality, I am feeling bad for leaving Kiyoko behind. Considering how much we've done. Thursday, 8:25. Alright, what do we got here? Tranquility greets me as I stumble upon the classroom in a state of almost pure silence. It's early, sure, but knowing my lack of empathy towards being here, it's a surprise to find the room almost empty. Without the science club, moreover, if it wasn't for Kiyoko, I wouldn't be able to find the will to arrive at class this far in advance. This might be marginally earlier than normal. It's still enough of a change for it to be noticeable. That's a clear effect on my actions. The culprit herself, of course, is one of the only other people to be present in this sparse morning environment.
Good morning.
Hey, what up? Or good morning. That chirpy expression is enough to make me smile in accord. Thinking that we've gotten this used to each other in so little time is a funny fact in itself. Given that, thinking back on my actions from yesterday really puts the scene into perspective. Oh, fine, if it's not that I think, yeah.
I'm glad you understand.
Mulling over it, the feeling of guilt still resides me within me as Kiyoko stands before me with an ever so carefree smile. It's not as if it was an easy decision, but ultimately finding out about her past is something I just can't help being interested in. It might be rude, it might cause trouble, but not hearing things from Naomi's perspective would just be ignoring the problem at hand. I wouldn't be giving her a chance. Then again, spending time with Kiyoko is fun enough for me to still feel uneasy about it, despite the events of the last club meeting. No matter what, I can't get her image out of my mind. I guess all guys are the same in the end.
Hey, what are you thinking about?
Nothing.
It just looked like you were zoning out. Come on, sit down.
It's probably best if I don't think about it. Leaving with nothing less than a slight wave, her response is another warm smile as I make my way over towards my desk. The lull of class is good enough break to think over my situation with Kiyoko and Naomi. I've made my decision. Sitting down and stretching, a selection of the morning's conversation makes their way to my ears. I'd assume it'd be like this if I sat behind Kiyoko.
Natsumi, did you hear?
Hear what?
Apparently, we have a new economics teacher.
The only reason why we even study economics is because of this business-oriented country. It's not as if I aspire to be an investor. I'm happy enough going about my life without any particular sense of direction. Being at school is enough as is. Things like this make me wonder what Kiyoko plans to do with her own life.
Really? I wonder what they're like.
Time drags forward as the class waits around for the new teacher. Perhaps they're just nervous about teaching a new class, but then again, it is their job. Soon enough, a suited man makes his way into the class with a rather relaxed but albeit still firm expression. This must be our new teacher, by the looks of it. I'd be pretty concerned if the school had let a stranger make it this far into the school.
Hello, class. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves this morning.
Okay, he actually has a character graphic.
Unlike your other teachers, I aim to actually teach you something, even if you aren't that interested.
He looks over at one of my classmates at the front of the room, sprawled over his desk for a quick nap. I know it's early and economics isn't really that interesting, but it's still worth paying attention. If I study hard enough, one day I might become the Kiyoko of economics. Turning to face the board, the new teacher grabs a stick of chalk from the desk to scrawl his name on the board. Being known as the teacher isn't in his best interest. Even teachers have to introduce themselves.
You can call me Mr. Kabir, and I trust that you all will.
Alright, Mr. Kabir. What's up, bro? You must have heard what we called Mr. Yamamoto. Something along the lines of hermit crab. Yeah, we're crappy students.
Turn your textbooks to page 15. we'll get started with some questions.
I don't know, Hermit Crab made me laugh. Hopefully I don't get picked. It might not be along the lines of knowing the structure of a mitochondrion, but I still don't feel like answering. Haphazardly flicking through the pages of my book, I notice Mr. Kabir panning his eyes across the list in the class. He doesn't know us, so he must be choosing someone at random from the roster. Please, don't call on me. I don't want to do this gag again.
Ishikawa, answer the question at the bottom of the page.
Me? Sure.
You're the only Ishikawa in this class. Springing from her seat with a smile on her face, Kiyoko scans the book before her to find the question set upon her.
In a free market, prices adjust to reconcile scarcity and desires.
Kyoko's response, a chirpy and cute proclamation of something so mundane, brings a smile to my face. My economics class can't be this cute.
That's right. Your previous teacher must have taught you well.
Or more likely it's Kiyoko. Either way, he doesn't seem like a bad guy. I might not like economics, but I don't think I'll hate his lessons. Yeah, he seems cool already. Class quickly reaches an end after the lunch bell chimes throughout the room. Having this class be this long is pretty unusual, but in the end, some of it was pretty interesting. Authority spans across the room as those around me begin packing their bags, ready to leave for lunch.
Remember, class, sometimes in life we have to make tough decisions. Investing in stocks isn't easy. Trust me.
Sounds like he's had experience. Right now, I too face a pretty rough decision. I'm still rather uneasy about the choice I made yesterday. Siding with Naomi wasn't easy, but the thought of leaving Kiyoko behind still bugs me. Maybe I should ask him for advice. Ooh, wait, this might get interesting. People fund a lot of the class one by one as I approach Mr. Kabir's desk, making sure to check if Kiyoko had left too. Surprisingly, she has. I thought she would have stayed behind, but she does have her own life after all. Mr. Kabir glanced towards me as I now confront him, the two of us alone in the classroom. Sir, I had a question.
Ask ahead, but please keep it brief. I have to leave soon.
Okay. I was thinking about what you said about decisions.
Yes, decisions can be tough.
I've made a decision, but I'm not sure if I should go back on it. I can't help but be vague. He probably wouldn't be interested in what's going on with Kiyoko and Naomi, but asking for his advice might be useful to me.
I think you should just go with your gut. It might sound stupid, but there's something inside you telling you what to do. Listen to it.
That kind of makes sense. Alright, thank you, sir.
No problem. I hope you enjoyed today's class.
Not necessarily, but it wasn't that bad. Speaking with him too has given me a little sense of my situation as well. Mr. Kabir goes back to sorting the papers on his desk as I make my way into the corridor to head off for lunch, despite being pretty late now. In the end, I'll have to come to a decision eventually. The corridor is empty as I trace my way down it to have lunch in the slither of time left. I should have time to get a small bite to eat. Afternoon classes come to an end rather quickly, presenting me with the opportune moment of making my final choice. Either I go with Kiyoko now to the science club or come up with an excuse so I can trundle off with Naomi to hear what she has to stay? You mean say? Alright, whatever. She's gonna stay, apparently. As seats around become increasingly vacant, I too race from my seat, ready to make my decision. There's like a few grammatical errors in this, but you know, whatever. Oh, wait. So just straight up go or find her. You don't. Okay, I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. I am just gonna go find Naomi, and I am gonna hope that Jeongin at least tells Kiyoko that he has to go, and not just straight up ditch her. Because if he does, I will come through the screen. And I will murder him. All right, let's just go. Oops, I'm also gonna save here. At the end of it, I can't help but want to listen to what Naomi has to say. Even if we haven't been on great terms with each other, what with the strangling to reproach me as she did, it must be important to her. Going with Naomi will probably end up being the better decision anyway. Okay, look, just tell me, do you, wait. Oh, now's a better time than ever to tell her I won't be coming.
Hey, are you ready?
The face before me is a hard one to turn down, an almost blissful smile, one from the heart. Having known her efforts to found a science club, leaving her alone like this hurts, but it's the decision I made. Time to come up with an excuse. Sorry, Kiyoko. I don't think I can come today. My family needs me at home. I don't think she'll buy that, but sure, I suppose, bro. Whatever you want to do. As expected, her exuberant smile fades away before me as the meaning behind me words quickly reaches her. Jeongin became a pirate.
You won't be coming. That's okay. There's always tomorrow.
There is, but seeing her like this isn't something that's exactly pleasing. Nevertheless, I made my choices. In the end, I'm doing this so I can understand her own feelings. It's apparent that Naomi must mean something to her. Whether it's good or bad, I just have to find out. I'll see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Turning my back on her woeful voice, I head down the corridor in a direction I haven't been in a while at this time. Towards the stairs. To leave. Before I make it, however, a dainty hand rests upon my shoulder.
Before you go, what's the atomic mass of palladium?
Wasn't it like 106.4 like from last time? That was the same one, I think. Oh, 106.4. Yep. Responding with a smile, it appears that in the end, Kiyoko trusts me enough to respect her interests. I'm still a member of the science club. Nothing will ever change that.
See you tomorrow.
So I too was right. That's like the memory game there, you know? Yeah, the quote. Sometimes in life we make tough decisions. Thanks, teacher. Alright. I think after this arc or whatever, this is where the part will end. Alright. Welcomed by the crowded atmosphere of bustling students heading home, I track my own way towards the stairwells as a member of this mass. Nostalgia washing over me as I take each step, progressing further down the corridor. It wasn't long ago that such an action was routine, but after spending time with Kiyoko, it's become an out-of-place feeling, particularly after making the choice to leave her. You know what, I'm just glad you told her, at least. I was, like, starting to believe Jeongin would just be like, alright, well, I'm a skedaddle, I'm gonna make sure she don't see me. I would have been mad. Harking back to moments ago, her weakened face will no doubt stick in my mind as I go about finding Naomi. Recalling her words from yesterday, the best place to look would be in the schoolyard. At a time like this, however, I wouldn't say she'd be keen on being seen with me. Looking out through the narrow windows lighting the corridor, the blue afternoon sky glares back the usual patterns of a world which keeps on spinning. Moving at 460 meters per second at just a moment's notice.
Stop daydreaming and keep walking. You can stare at the sky when we get outside.
Oh shit, where'd you come from? Pulled to the side, a familiar voice whispers into my ear before pushing me back on my own path. That felt nice. Her breath was warm.
What the fuck?
There we go, getting with the thoughts.
Keep your perverted thoughts to yourself, idiot.
She knew. Walking her head, her hair flows down her back, embracing her athletic figure. All I can do is follow her and look forward to being treated like dirt. Maybe I am dirt. Being the one who made this choice, the blame rests with myself. I hope it's worth hearing what she has to say. Tracing her path outside, my face is greeted by a breeze of fresh spring air as the blue sky above greets my vision. I can finally enjoy this sight like the sky fetishist I am.
What are you doing?
Inner monologue.
Just keep walking, weirdo.
Naomi returns to her position as I clear my mind, now focusing on what's in front of me. Okay, this got funnier. Now I'm really hoping what she says is at least, well, relevant. To be this adamant about taking me with her, to talk to me about Kiyoko, Naomi's own feelings must now be reaching out. She must have her reasons. Who am I not to give her a chance? Alright. From leading me around various paths on the school grounds, weaving indoors and out without necessarily knowing why, Naomi turned herself around. Her eyes directed towards me as she finally decided to stop. We are now back in the cafeteria. Things seem to have died down. What was with all this running about? Was the gym closed today or something?
Shut up! I just don't want to be seen talking to you. The next best thing is to have you chase me around like all the other creeps I have to deal with.
Her attitude might be sharp, but I can't help but feel a little bad for her. Nonetheless, it still doesn't change the fact that she's still going to be seen with me. So, you wanted to talk, right?
Yeah, but I don't want people to know about it. They'd think there's something up between us.
Talk about being paranoid. Why didn't you just call me or something beforehand to tell me where to meet you? It'd save the adventure of walking around to school.
I'd need your number for that, stupid. Of course you'd want it. Everyone does.
In spite of sounding like a narcissist, her statement is believable. Most guys and a good minority of the girls would be after it. And that's the life of track captain. The popular girl, Naomi Sato.
Fine, have it. You'll need it anyway. Give me your phone. I'm not going to do anything with it.
You sure about that? Just kidding. Trusting her words. My phone goes from my hands to hers as she taps away at its screen. I can't say why I need her number, but at least I can brag about it in class. Scratch that. I'd be killed if people found out about it. By both her fans and at her own mercy too. I think she would kill you first. Let's be honest. Since she's a track captain, she would like run at supersonic speed and then she would murder your ass right in the middle of the class. Tossing my phone back to me without a care. I barely managed to catch it as Naomi stands before me with a complacent grin. Thanks for that.
You're welcome. It's better than what you'd get at the science club.
I didn't skip it just to have you torment me. You're gonna tell me about your business with Kiyoko or what?
I didn't skip my responsibilities as track captain to listen to your whining either. I'll tell you. We just need to find a better place to talk, that's all.
And how do you suppose we do that? Do we have to run more?
Fancy another walk? I've got a lot to say and I want to think it through before I tell you. There's nothing wrong with having a little fun while we're at it.
Whoa, hold up. Turning on her heel, Naomi... Wait, Purette's around, rooting her way again on the path back outside the school. Yeah, we're taking another walk. Before taking my first steps to join her, I'm audience to her, a burn hair swaying in the air as it catches a warm sunray from the window. If playing along with her is what I have to do for her to speak up, I have no other choice but to follow her. Plenty of people would kill to be in my shoes, but putting up with it isn't what it's dreamt to be. Now that I'm here, popularity is trivial. Maybe I can have fun if I put my mind to it. Oh, now we're on a bus.
Don't get so close to me!
Finding ourselves on a believably crowded train in the city, the two of us rock about in the carriage as we stand at its center together. Discovering such a busy train isn't too surprising. We did board during rush hour. I can't help it. You're the one who wanted to take a train into the city. All I wanted to do was talk about Kiyoko.
We'll get to that. Just keep your mouth shut. I don't want to be associated with you.
We're wearing the same uniform. You're talking to me and you keep looking at me. What do you expect people to think?
I wasn't looking at you.
You're right, you're looking right up the top of my head. Well, I don't know. Am I taller or am I shorter than Naomi? That's what I want to know. Alright, but you were looking at me. Warning, Warning, a tsundere has been sighted in your area. Please seek shelter now. Stop being such a tsundere. Yeah, she's gonna kick your ass. Her words and actions, as usual, are rather spiteful. The only reason I had agreed to join her was due to bellowing. But it seems like she'd prefer to save that for a later date and drag me around town instead. Alright. Since leaving the school grounds, Naomi's had plenty of opportune moments to release her pent-up aggression. Never in my life have I felt sympathy towards an out-of-order ticket machine. I believe it was along the lines of, stupid piece of garbage.
To be one, I'd have to like you. Frankly, I don't.
Oh.
Stop being such a dweeb.
We got the achievement, tsundere alert. Ow. Anyway, why'd you need to take me this far out to talk about Kiyoko? For what it's worth, the trip to the prefecture's capital isn't really needed to discuss what's at hand. Unless she's planning on showing me where she's buried the kind side of her personality. This could have been easily done back at the school.
Maybe I just want a lackey to carry around my shopping. That, or because things like this aren't that easy to discuss. You'll know about it soon enough. Just let me think. Please.
I will laugh if like she actually takes us somewhere. She's like, so yeah, this is where I buried my kind personality. That would be the best part. If that was like the actual thing that happens. In a striking change of personality, things go quiet as the two of us tune our ears to the brisk sounds of urban life. Other passengers chat away on the train until Naomi decides to go back to her usual self.
You should consider yourself lucky to be able to spend time with me like this. A lot of guys would kill to be in your position.
Well, she's not wrong about that, I suppose. But I'm not wearing any boots. Wait, what? No, wait, she didn't just say that. She's right, though, but if they'd had to know her like I have, then I'd hope they'd reconsider their position. In spite of that, sadomasochism is really hip these days. If you're that popular, people are bound to notice us.
What?
Don't tell me she hasn't realized that. People might think we're in a relationship. Ooh, Jeongin, okay, you're already taking the, taking a bullet here. For once, it's my turn to get a jab in at her.
Ew! You know what? You could just go. Get off at the next stop.
Alright, bye. Just kidding, what happened to you? I don't want you to back out on this.
Right. Kiyoko.
A sullen look returns to her face as she stares outward towards the fast approaching cityscape. If there's only one thing that's obvious, it's that the two share some sort of connection, a past, together. Sad expressions like hers staring back towards me through the reflection on the glass can only come from that sort of history. I'll hear it from her own mouth eventually.
Anyway, if you're worried about what people think of us, keep your distance.
Have you even had a... Have you even had a boyfriend?
So what if I haven't? I bet you haven't had a girlfriend either.
Alright, well, double burn. For me to be hurt by her own flustered words, that's an accomplishment on her own part. Well, anyway, we've arrived.
Good. The sooner I get away from you, the better.
So much for talking about Kiyoko then. Seriously, when are we going to talk about it? This is taking so long. What are we doing at a cafe?
Stop complaining.
Having been dragged aimlessly around the city by Naomi, we come to reside in a modern cafe with drinks on the table before us. Without any amount of doubts, if anyone saw us now, they'd think we're a couple. Telling her would likely piss her off, so just keep your thoughts to yourself, Jeongin, yeah. You probably should. Alright, now despite this, the aura of sweet goods and coffee lingers through the air of the lavish brasier. I think that's how you say that. A pleasant backdrop set against the interesting situation I find myself in.
So, I guess I should probably tell you now, right?
Yep. Probably is an understatement after all the gallivanting we've done to get here. That being said, things are sweeter if you're willing to wait. Henceforth, after this moment, I've truly ingrained myself between the lives of these two girls. Joining the science club was far enough. Now hearing what Naomi has to say is bound to make me a part of this. She wouldn't want to tell me otherwise. She wouldn't need to.
Things weren't always like this between us.
You mean, you weren't always bullying her?
I'm not bullying her. Please, just take this seriously and listen.
No woman is an island. It's time to face her feelings. The watery eyes which peer towards me complement the sullen expression casted upon her face. However ill-timed it may be, it's not hard to appreciate her beauty being this close to her. Just one of the reasons why she's such a star.
I just can't bear to face her normally. I want to be myself again.
Lifting her sullen eyes once again to face me, the feelings of sympathy shoot through my now fast-paced heart. I feel sorry for her, all without knowing the trouble behind it. Listening to my prior suspicions, maybe it's safe to say the two girls had shared a past after all. One which hadn't ended so amicably. What exactly happened between you two?
You know, I'm the captain of the athletics team, right? It's not just track.
Athletics? Track? What's the difference? Well, probably every sport then, I don't know. Shooting me a disgruntled glare before returning her eyes downward. It looks like that's a topic for another time. Naomi's name spreads far and wide around the school, even if I wasn't too familiar with her from the get-go. I sure knew who she was. Everyone knows the athletics captain.
We lost a member not too long ago. An important one. To me.
I'm sorry to hear that.
They're not dead, idiot.
Oh.
But maybe I am to her.
An insult veiled by dejection. Doesn't really do much other than illustrate her pains. By the sounds of it, various dramas have unfolded in the athletics team. All I want to know is what it has to do with her and Kyoko's relationship. So, what does that have to do with...
Kiyoko. It was her. Surely you can't be that tense.
Kiyoko? She was on the athletics team? She has the figure for it, even if I wasn't supposed to know. I can't really dispute the emotions clouding the situation. Naomi sat across is surely recalling something she's kept to herself all this time. Her voice, her expression, her breathing, all of it sells a true sense of grief. But coming to terms with what their bond once was is going to be hard for me, an outsider. Did she leave to pursue science? It's the only thing I can come up with, but if so, it places more blame on Kiyoko than anything. She doesn't seem like the type of person to put herself before her clubmates. Alright, save again, sorry.
No. She's always loved science. Even then, she was kicked out.
What? I thought you were the captain.
That doesn't mean I control the club. It's the school's team. It's managed by the sports board.
This is the first time I've ever heard of the sports board, but coming from Naomi, I can't feel I can doubt it. She knows a lot more about this than me. All I can really do is listen. Her teary eyes glistening in the light, returned to her sunken state. This can't be easy for her. So, why was she kicked out? Naomi, visibly gulping to restrain her emotions, speaks out softly, sharply contrasting the brash girl I've come to know her as. Watching her faint movements under the artificial lights, it's her graceful fragility which is painted before me. This is Naomi.
We cheated. We helped her win. There was a race at another school. So we messed up their kits. We just wanted to help her win. We really did. But they found out. We told them it wasn't her fault. They didn't believe us. She was banned from competition and kicked from our club after that.
It's a lot to take in within a small moment. We, being you and the other girls, the only response is a stifled nod from across the table. Naomi taking a moment of silence to breathe herself another mild sense of composure. There's only so much you can have in a situation. I can't say I don't feel pissed off at her actions. That was a pretty reckless thing to do, wasn't it? You were supposed to be her friend. Being irate at her like this is likely the least helpful thing in the situation, but inside me the resentment I have can't be held back.
You think I don't know that? I was her friend. Her best friend. Now, it's nothing. You think I don't hate myself enough? I tried to apologize, but an apology isn't enough for something like that.
Soaked by tears, her reddened and sorrowed cheeks shine feebly as she wipes her eyes dry with each hand. My own feelings of empathy can only preside over my inner irritations. She suffered enough. It's clear to her what she'd done. Being close to Kiyoko, Naomi's words do string a sense of resentment, but the reality is that Kiyoko has been just as affected. Her own emotions weren't one of anger, but a mutual heaviness in heart. Shared sadness in their broken bonds. So why is it that you've been so mean to Kiyoko? Why did you want me away from her?
I wasn't mean to her. It was upsetting. Seeing her make a new friend. Seeing you.
Raising her damp eyes in my direction, a desolate look beams from her tears. She's jealous.
Kiyoko wouldn't talk to me after the race. She wouldn't listen to my apologies, my pleas. But she became friends with you.
Rather than feel angry at her for treating Kiyoko and I in this way, all I can do is cast pity. Having lost a friend to be replaced by another, it surely must have hurt. I doubt I'd ever be on the same terms with Kiyoko as Naomi seems to make out, but it doesn't change the fact that she still wants to be with Kiyoko. For them to be friends again.
I want you to help me.
Contrasting her prior resentment, Naomi speaks out passionately through her dejected states, treating me as an equal. Reaching out to me like this, I can't say she really hates me for being friends with Kiyoko. Not if she wants me to help her. Help you with what? You just said you were jealous of me.
I never said that. I just said that I was upset. I want you to change her opinion of me. So she'll talk again.
How I'm supposed to do that? I wouldn't know. Neither do I know Naomi's true objective here. And again, I'm really the only person she can rely on. Kiyoko doesn't speak to anyone else. I mean, I could try, but it wouldn't be as easy as, hey, how about that Naomi girl? She's not going to be that talkative. Distinct from her usual attitude, talking to Kiyoko about Naomi is the one thing taking her away from her normal self. That bright, happy smile smitten by her own inner sufferings. Whether she's willing to become friends with Naomi again is a difficult question to answer. It's evident that she too feels pain over their situation, but uncovering her thoughts would prove to be quite a task. Naomi too, despite revealing all before me, would be likely to have the keys to Kyoko's past. I'm just the one at the gates.
I know. I just don't know what else to do. I'm sorry.
An apology. Coming from her, it sounds like heaven, but at the same time, the pain, which is her hell, rips through every syllable. Here, I want to help her. Despite how she's treated me, despite her outward persona, Naomi's sensitivity not only shears her very heart, but mine too. After all, she was Kyoko's friend. I'll find a way. Even if it means taking Kiyoko away from the science club, I'll do it. Turning her gaze to me, my reflection stares back in her crystal blue eyes. I really do look like an idiot. Still, getting Kiyoko to talk up will give me an idea of her feeling towards Naomi. It'll still be helpful. I can't say that it's not worth doing.
You will? Thank you.
A smile, a warm one too. Seeing on Naomi's face really reflects her true self, her inner beauty. She might have a little bite to her, but at the end of the day, I can't bring myself to hate her.
Anyway, finish up your coffee. If we stay here too long, people will see us.
You're still worried about that?
Of course I am. Just look at you.
Damn. Looking back at my own reflection in the window, all I can do is smile as that she's back to her normal self. At least what I know her as. The insults might hurt, but at the end of the day, she wouldn't have asked for help if she hated me. She wouldn't have paid for my coffee either. You know, I was kind of wondering about that. Alright, well, it looks like for the next part, we're gonna help Naomi. Well, we'll try anyway, as Jeongin said. Well, Friday, 8:28. I would presume that's like 2 minutes before class. Because otherwise that seems like a completely random time in school. Alright, well. That was a long journey to get, I guess, Naomi to talk there, but yes. It looks like we are helping her out. In the next part anyway, because I don't want to extend this part out too long. So, I don't know what will happen. Hopefully we'll get Kiyoko to talk, presumably. You know, fix the friendship between the two, because I think it would at least be interesting to try and, like, fix maybe something that it seems like we don't have much of a chance to do, since, you know, well, I don't know, maybe if Jeongin's got enough in him, then he can probably, like, manage to do something. So, with that, that is going to end pretty much part 2 of this chemically bonded Let's Play. So yeah, next part we will be looking into like what happens with how Jeongin decides to help the two of them. That's going to do it for today. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And also, likewise, just let me know if you guys like still want to see more of this. And if you also want to like maybe see me play more visual novels or any other games that you guys may have in mind. And with that out of the way, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.